Let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever checked your bank account at the end of the month and thought, where did it all go? You worked hard. You didn't go on any crazy vacations, but somehow the money just vanished. You're not alone. In 2026's economy, with prices up over 3% and wages barely keeping pace, millions of middle class families are feeling the squeeze. And here's the uncomfortable truth. For families of color, that squeeze hits even harder. We're dealing with wider wage gaps, higher lending costs, and a system that wasn't exactly designed to help us build wealth. But here's the good news. You don't need a raise. You don't need a second job. You need a smarter system. These 10 frugal living tips aren't about skimping or suffering. They're about living better with less and turning small, painless changes into real financial freedom. Stay with me because the math I'm about to show you could save you $10,000 this year and build serious wealth over time. Let's get into it. Tip number 1. Track every single penny. This is the awareness hack, and it's the foundation everything else is built on. Download a free budgeting app like YNAB or Mint and start logging every dollar that leaves your account. Every coffee, every subscription, every random Amazon impulse buy at 2 in the morning. You'd be shocked at what you find. Here's the surprising math. That $5 latte you grab every morning, that's $1,825 a year. Switch to homebrew, which costs maybe $1 a cup, and you just saved $1,500. Now invest that at 7% annual returns, and in 1 year, you've got over $2,100 from coffee. Just coffee. And here's the angle a lot of people don't talk about. When you start tracking, you also start catching things like higher bank fees or unnecessary charges that disproportionately hit certain communities. Awareness isn't just about saving money. It's about taking back control. Tip number 2. Meal prep like a pro. Food is one of the biggest budget killers for families, and it doesn't have to be. Set aside 1 or 2 hours on a Sunday, plan your meals for the week, buy in bulk, and use apps like Mealime to make it simple. This is not about eating boring food. This is about being intentional. The math here is wild. The average family spends about $300 a month eating out or ordering delivery. Switch to meal prepping, and you can feed the same family for about $150. That's $1,800 saved every single year. Invested over 5 years at a 5% return, that's a $10,000 nest egg from eating at home. And honestly, some of the best meals come from cultural recipes passed down through generations. Rice and beans, jollof, curry, stir fry. These are affordable, nutritious, and absolutely delicious. Meal prepping isn't a downgrade, it's a flex. Tip number 3. Do it yourself wherever you can. YouTube isn't just for entertainment, it's a free trade school. You can learn how to fix a leaky faucet, patch drywall, hem your pants, change your car's brake pads. Skills that save you hundreds every single time. Let's do the math. A plumber visit averages about $200. If you call one 3 times a year, that's $600. Learn to handle those fixes yourself with maybe $50 in tools you buy once, and you're saving $550 annually. Over 5 years, with modest compounding, that's over $3,000. This one is about more than money, though. It's about self-reliance. It's about not being at the mercy of overpriced services, especially in neighborhoods where repair costs tend to run higher. Every skill you learned is an asset that pays you back forever. Tip number 4. Shop secondhand smart. There is absolutely no reason to pay full retail for clothes, furniture, or electronics in 2026. Apps like ThredUp, Poshmark, and Facebook Marketplace are gold mines. You can find brand name quality at a fraction of the price. The numbers speak for themselves. A new wardrobe refresh might cost you $1,000. Thrift it smartly, and you're spending maybe $300. That's $700 saved. Repeat that every year for 5 years. Invest the difference, and you're looking at $4,200. From wearing clothes that look just as good, sometimes better. And let's be real about something. Fast fashion brands spend billions marketing to diverse consumers, trying to convince us that our worth is tied to what we wear. Buying secondhand is a quiet rebellion against that. You look great, you save money, and you break the cycle. That's a win on every level. Tip number 5. Cut subscription creep. This is the silent bank account drainer. Most people are paying for subscriptions they forgot they even signed up for. That streaming service you haven't opened in 3 months, that gym membership you swore you'd use, that premium app tier you definitely don't need, add it up. If you're spending $50 a month on subscriptions, that's $600 a year. Trim it down to just the essentials, say $20 a month, and you save $360. Invest it at 7%, that's over $400 growing every year, from canceling stuff you weren't even using. For families living on variable income, like gig workers or freelancers, this freed up cash becomes your safety net. It's the difference between one unexpected bill wrecking your month and handling it with ease. Tip number 6. Win with energy efficiency. This one requires almost zero effort. Swap your light bulbs to LEDs. Unplug devices when they're not in use. Use a smart thermostat, or even just adjust your settings by a couple of degrees. These tiny changes can shave 10 to 20% off your utility bill. Here's what that looks like in real numbers. If your utilities run $150 a month and you cut them to $120, that's $360 saved per year. Over 10 years, that's $3,600. Invested wisely, that grows to over $5,000. And this works whether you own or rent. Renters, who make up a huge percentage of families of color, can absolutely do this. LED bulbs, power strips with switches, weather stripping, all cheap, all effective, all adding up quietly in the background. Tip number 7. Side hustle smarter, not harder. I'm not telling you to burn yourself out with 3 jobs. I'm saying look at what you already enjoy and find a way to monetize it. Good at baking? Sell at local markets. Skilled with a camera? Offer sessions on weekends. Crafty? Etsy is calling your name. The math on this is exciting. Even just $200 a month from a side hustle is $2,400 a year. Invest that at 8% over 5 years, and you're sitting on $13,000. That's not a hustle. That's a wealth-building engine. What makes this powerful for our communities is that it leverages cultural strengths, community networks, word of mouth, shared skills. These are assets Wall Street can't quantify, but they're real. Use them. Tip number 8. Negotiate everything. This one makes a lot of people uncomfortable, but hear me out. You can negotiate your rent, your cable bill, your insurance, your credit card interest rate, even your salary. Most people never ask, which means they're leaving thousands on the table every year. Do the math with me. If you negotiate just 10% off $1,200 in rent, that's $120 a month, $1,440 a year. Compound that over 3 years, and you're looking at over $4,500. Now, for communities that have historically been undervalued in salary negotiations and overcharged in lending, Negotiation isn't just a money hack, it's an act of empowerment. Use apps like Trim to automate bill negotiations if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. Either way, start asking. The worst they can say is no. Tip number 9. Automate your savings first. This is the pay yourself first rule, and it is a game changer. Before you spend a single dollar on anything, set up an automatic transfer. 10 to 20% of every paycheck goes straight into a high-yield savings account or an investment account. You never see it, so you never miss it. Ready for the math that changes everything? If you earn $50,000 a year and auto-save $500 a month, that's $6,000 a year. At 7% returns over 10 years, that becomes $90,000. $90,000. Without you lifting an extra finger. This is one of the single most powerful tools for closing the racial wealth gap. When saving is automatic, it removes the emotional decision-making that derails so many of us. It breaks the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle for good. And tip number 10, embrace minimalism as your joy multiplier. This isn't about living in an empty apartment with one chair. It's about being intentional with what you own and what you buy. Declutter your space. Sell what you don't use on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. And before any new purchase, ask yourself, does this add real value to my life? Here's how it adds up. Sell $500 worth of stuff you're not using. Avoid $1,000 in impulse buys over the year. That's $1,500 reclaimed. Invest it. That's over $1,600 in just 12 months. But the real return is mental. Less clutter means less stress. Fewer possessions means more time and energy for experiences, for family, for the things that actually make you happy. Studies consistently show that experiences bring more lasting joy than stuff. Minimalism isn't deprivation, it's liberation. So let's zoom out and look at the big picture. These 10 tips combined can realistically save you $5,000 to $10,000 every single year. And here's where it gets life-changing. Invested consistently over a decade with compound growth, that turns into $100,000 or more. These aren't sacrifices, they're upgrades. In 2026, with all the free tools, apps, and community resources available, frugal living means more freedom, less stress, and a real path to the financial security you deserve. It means having money for emergencies, for your kids' future, for that dream you keep putting off. And it means building wealth in a system that wasn't built for us on our own terms. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick just one tip from this list, just one, and start today. Drop a comment telling me which tip you're going to try first. I want to hear from you. And if this video opened your eyes even a little bit, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel. We drop new videos every week to help you take control of your money and build the life you actually want. Hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's build that always have it lifestyle together. Peace.